It's time to work up some magic, bitches. Yep, that Super Bowl trailer got everyone so hyped that even Kanye West started his own multiverse of madness on Instagram. While I'm not too sure about watching a civil war that involves Kim Kardashian and Taylor Swift, I'm definitely pumped to watch Doctor Strange try and Sherlock his way out of the new mess he's created in No Way Home. Anyway, there's still a bit of time till the movie releases, so I figured let's check out some of Steven's sassiest moments in the MCU while we're waiting. So today I present to you my top 10 badass Doctor Strange scenes. Alright then, let's
Scooby Doo this shit.
What is your job exactly besides making balloon animals?
Protecting your reality, douchebag.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? You get an ultimate battle of wits between two iconic MCU characters. Steven and Tony met under strange circumstances, since it was in the middle of some wedding arrangements, but their mini debate in the Sanctum Sanctorum was an epic exchange between the two smartasses. The takeaway for me was when Steven had to keep Iron Man in check by smacking him with his cloak.
Cosmo, is that what that is?
It's a funny scene that serves as a great decoy for the battle that follows and also showed us the Strange ain't too bad with the sass either. I also got to shout out that flying donut reference later when Tony and Peter save him from Ebony Maw.
Unlike everyone else in your life, I don't work for you.
And due to that fact, we're now in a flying donut, billions of miles from Earth with no backup.
You just can't keep Iron Man away from those one-liners now, can you? The argument that followed after that did seem a little serious though. I guess they had to sort out the whole Sherlock Holmes situation, didn't they?
Stop! Spare his life, and I will give you the stone. Don't!
Oh boy, the battle on Titan was an enjoyable one, but the standout moment was when Doctor Strange had to make the ultimate sacrifice. Giving up the Mind Stone in order to save Tony's life wasn't just a ploy to raise more hype for the sequel, it also highlighted Strange's calculative mindset. He's a straight facts kind of guy and he knows exactly how to look at things from a neutral perspective. Sure, none of this would have happened if that idiot Star-Lord just stuck to the damn plan, but the deed was done and Strange had to think ahead of the game. Yeah, I know this was a controversial decision, but come on guys, give me a break, man. He went through over 14 million outcomes before arriving at that decision.
How many did you see?
14,605.
How many did we win?
1.
How many outcomes do you go through before making horrible life choices only to regret them later? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Did we just lose?
Why wasn't I told?
We're in the end game now.
You know how much I sacrificed?
Yeah, Doctor Strange is a master wizard and a super powerful Avenger, but people keep forgetting that he used to be a super rich surgeon before he met Kevin Feige. Anyway, this scene serves as the introduction to the Doc by showing him in an operation theatre where he calmly performs on an almost dead dude and overcomes the odds to save the day. I know some fans had speculated that this patient was the Punisher, but let's save all that crossover talk for when the Netflix shows go over to Disney+. This scene is very effective in showing us how Steven is as a person and how much pride he takes in his knowledge and skills. It actually makes the accident that follows a little harder to digest because we know how much of a badass doctor he really is. But hey, it's a small price to pay for salvation. Just ask Thanos.
You only wish you were dead.
A trusty sidekick is hard to come by, so it only makes sense for me to show some love to Strange's cloak of levitation. The feisty fella had already done more than enough to show us why it's much more important than just a costume prop.
That's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you?
And it was great to see it grab the spotlight for a while in the middle of an ensemble battle. Strange had pretty much lost his fight against Ebony Maw and things ain't looking good for him till the faithful cloak drops by to rescue its buddy and take him to safety. Yet they get pulled into Maw's ship not long after, but hey, it's the thought that counts, isn't it? I mean, technically, Strange should have been able to take on Maw by himself, but the MCU's never held back on underpowering its characters just to move the plot forward. I mean, I'm not complaining though. I'd love to see my cosplay outfits stick their necks out for me every once in a while. Oops, I think that was TMI.
Stop.
I don't think people realize how powerful Doctor Strange really is till they see him pull off some galaxy-level shit. Well, if you ever had your doubts then, I'm sure his role in No Way Home would have been more than enough to show you why he truly is the Sorcerer Supreme. First, he brings the freaking multiverse into existence, and then in order to undo it, he makes every goddamn universe forget who Peter Parker is. Dude, this is the kind of stuff that corrupt businessmen dream of. But seriously, the sequence where Strange tries to hold off all the different variants from entering is a huge flex, even though he was having a hard time with it. The visuals were sick, and Strange somewhat stole the show during this moment, which is a pretty big deal considering that there are 3 freaking Spider-Men in the same scene. If not anything else, we can be grateful to Steven for making unrealistic crossovers the new reality.
Are you telling me that you didn't even think to plead your case with him first before you asked me to brainwash the entire world?
Well, I mean, when you put it like that, then...
This isn't me.
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
Don't think for 1 minute you second-rate.
All right, bye-bye.
You forgot about this one now, didn't you? Doctor Strange is kind of like a goated rapper who always kills it in his features because all his cameos in the MCU have been epic. We don't even see the wizard in the beginning. It's just Loki randomly disappearing after he falls into an endless pit of, well, nothingness, I suppose. We all saw the post-credit scene in Strange's solo movie, so it didn't take long to figure out who was behind this. Then we get some standard exposition between Thor and Strange to give us a better idea of how massive his responsibilities are.
I need just one strand of your hair. My hair is not to be meddled with.
But more importantly, we see Loki reappear after the Prince of Asgard has to vouch for his adopted bro to convince Strange to let him out of his misery. And of course, no one can forget that hilarious line.
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
Who would have thought that these two would have been so crucial towards the formation of so many alternate realities? Well, I guess when you're dealing with the MCU formula, you've got to expect the unexpected.
It's a worthy inclusion.
As much as I love Wong, I've got to admit, the dude's kinda like the strict librarian you always gotta face at school. Luckily though, Steven knows exactly how to deal with such a nuisance, so he pulls Wong's own magic against him and continues to deceive the clueless bugger while he continues to rob all the forbidden books from the library at Kamartaj. The scene further elaborates on Strange's sense of humor and also lightens the mood in the middle of his existential quest towards the acceptance of his identity.
Books on astral projection.
You're not ready for that.
Try me, Beyonce.
But yeah, it was too funny to leave out of my top 5 because at the end of the day, a badass is also defined by his knack of mischief. It was also good to see Steven continue to mess around with Wong later on in No Way Home. I mean, the dude wiped out his memory just so that he could cover up whatever the hell went down at that full moon party at Kamartaj. You could even say that he and Agatha are parallels of each other.
And you are? Wow. Just Wong? Like Adele? Or Aristotle? Drake? Eminem?
What's a superhero origin story without a training montage? Steven's already pretty messed up after the whole accident situation, and that only gives this sequence a lot more context. It's not shot in the typically flashy editing techniques that Hollywood loves to overuse. Each and every moment is given time to breathe so that we can follow our favorite wizard on his journey towards self-discovery. Right from him being teleported to the super cold mountains to his session with Mordo, we're there with him and we know exactly what's going on rather than just being shown some of the context shots that only focus on the hero harnessing his powers. It's a nice shift from the standard MCU formula, and it gave way for an engaging scene that helped the fans connect with the character on a deeper level.
Open your eyes. You think that this material universe is all there is?
Holy shit. This scene really took me to another dimension of my mind, and I was totally sober while I was watching it too, seriously. I don't even know how to explain what happens. You just have to experience it yourself. Of course, the scene takes massive inspiration from the Stargate sequence in 2001: A Space Odyssey, and it definitely shows. The visual effects were simply top-notch and kept me engaged throughout, even if I didn't know what the hell was going on. There's a nice little gag in between when the Ancient One checks up on Strange to make sure his heartbeat is alright, but then shit gets even weirder with all of those hands popping up to grab him. What I can say is, it's beautiful and dangerous at the same time, and I'm guessing this is why stoners love art house films so much.
Dormammu, I come to bargain.
Yeah, this was an easy pick. A final battle usually involves fighting, lasers, stuff getting wrecked, and a lot of other wild shit that just gets our heart racing. But the creators of Doctor Strange just decided, nah, let's troll an intergalactic villain who loves to eat planets. To be fair, I don't think Strange would have held his own in a one-on-one battle, and luckily, he didn't need to either. All he had to do was use the time stone to trap him and Dormammu in an endless loop that would restart each time he would die. If you think about it, Steven must have gone through hell because he did die a lot of times, but the repetition aspect of the whole scene is so damn funny that I couldn't stop laughing in the theaters when I saw it the first time. The dude sure knows how to drive a hard deal. He could even give the dreaded Karens a run for their money. Overall, it's a legendary scene because he got freaking Dormammu to beg him to stop. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's another Marvel character that's been able to brag about something so epic.
Endless loop time. I've come to bargain.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks.
And there you go. Those are my top 10 badass Doctor Strange moments. Now, do you think I've missed anything out here? Let me know in the comments or in my socials. I'm on Discord now too, so check me out at TV Regent Cinematic Universe. Like, share, and subscribe to keep up with all my latest episodes, and check out my Patreon in the description below for exclusive access. Alright then, catch you later.